Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I know, I'm late, okay? I am super late, but trust me, I have a reason for being late, okay? I have a reason. So I put up a poll yesterday on my community tab page asking if you guys wanted to see a review on this concealer. And of course, majority of you guys did, so your girl is here to deliver. Let's just dive in, okay? Let's just dive in. I'm late because Urban Decay said they were sending me this concealer in PR, and I've literally been waiting for my package and waiting, and they said it shipped out, but I don't know what's going on. But I was like, you know what? I am dying to try this concealer. Every time I went into Ulta, I saw the concealer on display. I saw the concealer on display before it was even supposed to be in stores. So I was like, oh my gosh, I want to try this concealer so bad because if you know, you know. The Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer is one of my absolute favorite concealers of all time. Like, of all time. I'm obsessed with this concealer. It is the prettiest concealer. I'm shocked that they're discontinuing this. You know, I'm still shocked, but it makes sense because we now have the new Quickie concealer from Urban Decay. We gotta dive into it because this concealer is as good as this. We're gonna have a winner on our hands. Okay, so first off, here is the outer box of the concealer. I picked up the shade 70 and I really love the packaging on this. This is giving like modern day Urban Decay. Like I'm loving the packaging. Let's open this up to see the product because this is really heavy. This is what it looks like. So we have the concealer here, and then we have a little brush on the top, which is really interesting. I'm excited to dive into that. But I love the design of this concealer. I think it looks super sleek and super luxe. That is a plus for me right there. The packaging already, it's giving. And already you can see that there is a huge difference in the amount of product you get in the new concealer. You get 0.55 fluid ounces of product. It is a vegan formula and it has up to a 24-hour wear. And it's considered a multi-use concealer. So it says it is waterproof and transfer resistant. It is a quick fix full coverage concealer. You can use it to retouch, conceal, brighten, and blend. It says it has a lightweight formula, blendable and non-greasy real skin matte finish. Love that already. And then it has vitamin E. It is infused with vitamin E, so it gives you an all-day hydration. So I'm so excited. I get so excited when there's a new concealer. I get so excited. This concealer does retail for $33, and that is pretty expensive for a concealer. Like, it's very expensive. It's along the lines of the Too Faced Born This Way, which I think is like $30, but you get a lot of product in here compared to a standard concealer. Like this one, it says you get 0.35 ounces. In this, you get 0.55. There is a significant difference. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in. We're gonna get a little bit closer. I have on my foundation and a little bit of contour. I'm wearing the NARS. I'm wearing the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I'm also wearing I have to look at my vanities. I'm like, what did I wear? Oh, I'm wearing the Makeup by Mario contour stick. I haven't used that in so long, so I was like, let me pull that out and let me play with it. And then on my eyes, if anyone is curious, I'm wearing the Glamlite Barbie palette. I am obsessed with this palette. It's so pretty. Like, I'm obsessed with this palette. Like, oh my gosh, look at those shades. Oh, I'm so obsessed. So something that I noticed about this concealer is when I was picking out the shade that I wanted to use, initially in the Stay Naked concealer, I like to use two shades. One as like my regular, you know, concealer type shade that I go for. And then the other one I like to use to brighten. And I was so happy when I saw that these shades of the OG Stay Naked concealer are exactly the same of the new one. So if you've tried this concealer, or if you know what your perfect shade is in this concealer, then you would have no problem picking out your perfect shade in the Quickie concealer. So I am so excited about this. So I picked up 70 in. All right, so this has a really nice big size doe foot. I'm gonna use the brush on one side just to kind of see. I feel like the brush is not something I would usually use, but we're gonna do it for the sake of this video. But I also have my sponge handy to blend out everything. So I'm just going to apply. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit on because this concealer is claimed to be full coverage. So, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. We're gonna be using the brush to blend this out. The brush feels very dense, so that might be good for packing on product. But I'm just gonna start by blending this out. Okay. And I do like to go for a brightening shade, like lighter than my skin tone. Okay, with this, I will say you have to be very careful because you can't be super precise with the brush. The brush is definitely working. It's not something that I would use because I feel like I just love the blend of a sponge so much better. But can we talk about the coverage on this concealer? Like, can we talk about the coverage on this concealer? It is very good. It's very bright and I love this shade. I'm just not a fan of like brushes like this. Like I just know myself and I know me. I know I'm not gonna use this. So I'm glad we tried it, but I'm gonna stick to my sponge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place this concealer on the other side so we can blend, and a little bit goes a long way. Did you guys see how little I put on, but it just blended out everywhere? So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of like take this concealer everywhere I would put concealer. I'm gonna use my sponge to blend this out. It is so nice. It blends really nicely. I am loving this. And it's definitely giving me Stay Naked vibes, except I feel like this is just way more full coverage, to be honest. I don't know, I just feel like this is like an updated version of the Stay Naked, for sure. I mean, of course it is updated, but you know, I'm definitely seeing similarities to that one. But I just feel like it's just updated. Everything is just updated about it. The ingredients, it's still the same, like good old concealer, but like they added some really good ingredients. I'm also just gonna go over this side with the sponge just to make it seamless. What do we think? What are we thinking? I think this looks really good. Like this looks so good. Girl, this looks really good. I am loving this. It's brightening, it's covering, it's doing everything that I want it to do. What do we think? I think we definitely have a winner. I need to set this, but I think we have a winner. It's pretty. It's very pretty. I'm loving it. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna set it with my go-to Revlon Blot Stay Matte Setting Powder, my absolute favorite setting powder, and then we're gonna see how the face is looking after everything. This is gonna be a super short video because I just really wanted to try this concealer on camera for you guys and give my first impressions, my thoughts, all of that good stuff. But yeah, I'll be right back. So the makeup is done. Everything I'm wearing will be listed and linked down below in the description, but we gotta talk about this concealer. Your girl camera is about to die, but we're gonna make this quick. I really like this concealer. I honestly would say it's very similar to the Stay Naked. So if you love the Stay Naked, you're gonna love this. This is full coverage, which I feel like this one is definitely full coverage as well. It's kind of like medium to full. This is pretty full. A little bit goes a long way. You do not need a lot of product. I will say the little brush is not a part of the concealer that I would be using. I much prefer a sponge. I just love this seamless, blendable application that I just get with the sponge. It's like my go-to. I do it with every concealer. But I will say I really like this, and I know a lot of you are probably thinking this is very expensive for a concealer, but this will last you a long time. Like there's a lot of product in here. I feel like there's much more product in this concealer than any standard concealer, okay? So you get a lot of product for your money. A little bit goes a long way. I also feel like this can double up as a foundation if you want it to because of how full coverage it is. I really like this concealer. I was hoping it was pretty similar to the Stay Naked because I'm like, that concealer is already so good. Why are they touching it? But they came out with something just as good. So I really like that product. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you tried it? I will say this isn't supposed to be available in stores until like February 10th. But they're starting to show up at Ulta. I picked mine up at Ulta, and I saw this at Ulta a couple of weeks ago, so like maybe 2 weeks ago. So yeah, just check your local Ulta, check your local Sephora. They may be putting it out early. It should be available now online at Ulta as well. I'm not too sure about that, but I definitely would check. But it is available on the Urban Decay website for sure. That is it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.